Mhm. Hello, everybody. Wolfgang here. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, and it is a chilly, windy day in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's about 50 degrees, but with the wind, feels more like 40. It was, like I said, just stick around. You never know. Especially during the springtime. It's up, the weather's up and down. But anyway, hope everybody's having a great day. Let's see. I am really same old bullshit. Haven't won the lottery. Haven't hit the lottery. I guess you got to play it though, don't you? I do scratch offs every now and then. I've never really been a gambler. I mean, I don't even play cards. I lead a boring life. Anyway, let's get on with the article. I don't know if you guys heard about the two college students that got in trouble in Denmark, but let me share it. U.S. college students arrested abroad fight to get home after passports seized. Done nothing wrong. The two American college students arrested in Denmark following an alleged dispute with an Uber driver are facing yet another hurdle abroad as they try to return home to the United States. I don't like that word, abroad. Overseas. Just say overseas. Owen Ray, a 19-year-old studying at Miami University in Ohio, and his friend have reportedly had their passports seized by Danish authorities following their release from prison on Monday. We remain deeply concerned that Danish authorities have confiscated his passport and will not allow him to return to the United States. Something we understand is unusual in Danish court proceedings. Ray's parents, Andy Ray and Sarah Buchenray, said in a statement to Fox News Digital. Why'd they blur the other two out? Or other three, I mean. Anyway. The two friends were enjoying a spring break trip when they called an Uber on March the 31st, according to Ray's family. When the driver arrived, Ray realized he had entered the wrong destination address and reportedly asked to be taken to a different hotel. The driver declined to take Ray and his friend to a new location, and the pair exited the vehicle while canceling the ride, triggering a cancellation fee, according to a family spokesperson, like maybe the lawyer. The pair began walking toward the hotel while calling a replacement Uber. Minutes later, the original driver began following Ray and his friend, threatening to call the police and claiming he had not received payment, the family spokesperson told Fox News Digital. Ray reportedly told the driver to call the authorities, insisting they had done nothing wrong and that their driver was paid. We said, "We've done nothing wrong. We've done nothing wrong." He then started an altercation with us, Ray told Good Morning America on Monday. However, the situation reportedly escalated into a physical altercation before the pair escaped and returned to their hotel. The next morning, Ray and his friend arrived at Copenhagen Airport and were arrested by Danish authorities. The two friends were charged with simple assault and appeared in court later that day, a Copenhagen police spokesperson confirmed to Fox News Digital. We were both just very shocked about the fact that we were being arrested over this incident, Ray said. We had done nothing wrong. Ray and his friend were sentenced to an to an initial 10-day pre-trial detention as the investigation remained ongoing. However, their sentence was subsequently extended until April 24th. On Monday, the friends were released after spending 2 weeks in a Danish prison, but have been ordered to check in with authorities daily after having their passports confiscated, according to Copenhagen police. Since they are still charged in the case, it is standard procedure to confiscate the passports until a court hearing, a Copenhagen police spokesperson told Fox News Digital. The facts make clear that Owen is the victim in this case, and we urge Danish officials to allow him to return home to the United States without delay, Ray's parents said in a statement. The incident was reportedly captured on the Uber driver's dash cam and has been entered into evidence in the case. The safety of everyone who uses the Uber app is a top priority, and we take reports of violence very seriously, Uber said in a statement to Fox News Digital. The driver reported to Uber that he was assaulted by the two riders, who were later arrested by Danish police. Ray's Denmark-based attorney did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. We are aware of media reports of 2 U.S. citizens detained in Denmark, the U.S. State Department said in a statement to Fox News Digital. Staff at our embassy in Copenhagen are providing consular assistance. The department has no higher priority than the safety and security of U.S. citizens abroad. Miami University in Ohio did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. I just hope that Denmark and the legal authorities here are able to, and the U.S. government can help us and do what they can do to help us be released by Easter, so I can be home with my family, Ray told Good Morning America. I think the best case would be for the Danish police and the prosecutor to drop the case at this point because we're completely innocent, and for them to return us our passports and allow us to head back to the United States. So there you go. But if they've got it on camera and the Uber driver and, what would you say, made the first aggression move, like a push or just putting the hands on a person. I mean, that's enough to start right there. But my question was, spring. I've never been to Denmark. I don't know. Maybe it's a really pretty place. But why would you go to Denmark for spring break? I don't know. But I've been listening to this story the last few days. And one story said, I don't know if it was the kid kicking the Uber driver or the Uber driver kicking the kid, but I heard somebody got kicked in the groin. I don't know how true that is, but we all know how media goes. But if it's on the Uber camera and the kids didn't do anything wrong, I've never used an Uber. I don't know how the Uber app works. Okay, the kids made a mistake. So you put in for your ride. The Uber driver shows up. You get in the back seat of the car, and then you realize, oh shit, that's the wrong address. And tell the Uber driver, never mind, and you get out. I'm sure there is a fee that, from the way the article said, the guy got paid. So, but like I said, I've never did the Uber. It's not a bad idea. You know, a little side gig for you. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. Um, I've heard some stories, and no, I'd be kicking people out of my car. Especially when you get, you know, and don't drink and drive. Call an Uber. But if you're that fucked up and you're in the back seat and you start puking all over my car, you're out. Anyway, but I hope these kids get home safe. I'm sure they will. It's definitely for a couple of young buddies in college and thought they'd go on a spring break. Let's go check out Denmark. They definitely got a story to share now. Like I said, I just hope they come home safe. Anyway, this is Wolfgang. Have a great Tuesday evening. Oh, it's Taco Tuesday, and we don't have tacos again. One of these Tuesdays, I'll have some tacos. Anyway, blessed be, stay safe, and I'll bullshit with y'all later. Bye. I'm just done.